All right, let's take a quick overview of the hardware here, the Elektron model samples. So this is a 6-track sequencer. We have 6 different tracks over here that we can access with these pads. And these pads happen to be velocity sensitive. And tapping on the pad will trigger the sound associated with that particular track. All right, over here with these trigger pads, we can sequence the individual sound. So for example, T3 is selected over here, and I can create a sequence. I could even play it chromatically. So if I switch over to, let's say, the sound here, playing that sample chromatically. And we can also record a step sequence, and we'll check out all this in detail later on. All right, now for each of these individual tracks, we have a bunch of different controls over here. So all these gray controls will change certain aspects of those individual sounds. So that's very cool. We'll dive deeper into all these controls later on. On the right over here, we have some master controls. So this is the main volume. This also happens to be the power button to turn on or off the unit. If I adjust the volume, you can see here there's an indicator to show us how loud or how soft the level is. And then we have 2 return effects, reverb and delay, and we can adjust that over here. So you can't have these effects globally on the entire sound, but you can send from each individual track to a reverb and hear some reverb for that individual sound. And same for the delay. Now we have a bunch of other buttons here to access various controls. You'll see at the bottom there's text written right below each button and even below each knob, and usually that'll tell you what that particular control is for. So for example, cutoff. So if I adjust this knob, I'm adjusting the filter cutoff for that particular track. Now over here on the button itself, we have some icons that tell us what that particular button would do. So that's obviously a stop button, but there's also text written right below it. And usually we can access that function by holding down this function button. So for example, if I was to hold on function and hit this record button, it says copy at the bottom here, and then the pattern just got copied. So I can copy patterns, paste it, I can copy individual sounds, paste that. So I'll go into detail on how to access all those features later on. Lastly, let me talk about this knob over here. So this knob is the level/data slider, but also holding down function, you can control whatever's written right below that. So as a quick example, if I was to go into one of these menus over here, like we're looking at the sample menu, I can scroll through, check out different samples. I can hit the back button here to get out of that folder. These are all the different folders. If I want to go inside of a folder, I can push the knob here because there's a push button as well. And then I'm now inside that folder, and these are all the different samples. So this will be a very helpful knob as you're tweaking certain parameters for the different sounds. All right, so that's a quick overview of the hardware, the different controls. In the next tutorial, we'll dive deeper, taking a look at individual features.